good, YouTube? We back with another one. We got another reaction video. My boy Flytrap Films. He done got me intrigued, man. He had a little venom, little symbiote. Now he hatched a dinosaur egg. So I gotta come see what the hell he got going on. Once again, shout out to my boy Flytrap Films. I thank you for all the great work you do and the content that you put out, so people like me can react to it and connect. But let's get into it.
This tiny speck is a 300 million-year-old dinosaur egg next to a strand of my hair. Inside, a dinosaur lies dormant, waiting for the perfect conditions to hatch. But today, the wait is over. With just a bowl of water and some strong light, we can trick these dinosaurs into thinking it's safe to come out of their shells. And after waiting years
Before it happened, pardon me. What kind of dinosaurs y'all think it is? We ain't lived back then, so like, ain't no telling how big or small dinosaurs can actually be. Like, who knows? They could have been like dinosaur-sized ants. We don't know. But let's get into it. I want to see.
to hatch, a dinosaur is born. However,
What is that?
I had no idea raising these dinosaurs from baby to adult would be the most difficult, that's a skull isopod, stressful.
That's a fucking cockroach. This motherfucker birthed cockroaches. I don't, bro. Y'all can't convince me otherwise. As of this point, that was a cockroach. I don't care.
For some reason overnight they've just died.
And demanding challenge I have ever faced.
Bruh, Tim is eating one of his brothers again.
But the moment you see new
I'm still broke. Y'all done watching the video.
life, you don't think about difficulty.
We got our first little dinosaur. It is so tiny. Oh my. No, we got two now. That must have happened like now. What? Look how tiny they are and they're gonna get so big. Okay, so what's the next step? On the second morning after hatching, or 48 hours, feed them for the
This shit come with steps? Like, what? That means people have done this before, obviously. Like, what is this, bro? What do this man be getting? Like, what part of the web does he go to be like, excuse me, yeah, like I found a dinosaur. Or yeah, I found a symbiote. Like, how do you come across a website containing venom? That's some whole villainous shit. Like, whatever this man got for a plug on the website, I need that because this man, I don't know, I might have to throw one of these in somebody's backyard. You know what I'm saying? But
first time. They've definitely gotten bigger. That guy's body looks completely different.
It is finally time for us to give them their first meal, and we need to give them dust. A toothpick of this. We're gonna try at least. This is algae powder that people actually eat this because they think it's good for them or something. Ooh, that stinks. It smells like fish. So this is the instructions that I've read up on. Get like a toothpick amount. And then we're supposed to suck up some of this water. Got some algae for them. That looks like way too much, but okay.
yeah, because you obviously don't know what the fuck.
That's as much as I'll do for now. Look, that one's eating.
He's going down.
Over the next few days, our dinosaurs didn't need any more food than that. In fact, they started to grow quite quick, which is a very important part of their life cycle. You see, Tim and Tam here are 300 million-year-old living.
Nigga named them Tim and Tanya. Tamia? What did he call it? Yo, he's wildin'. Yo, this shit dope though. I don't know. I be wanting these shits when I be seeing your homie playing with them and feeding them and what they grow and look like. Like the symbiote, I would have definitely copped one of them. This, I gotta see it. I gotta see it in its evolved form. Maybe once it get to level 12, it'll hit that evolution. You know what I'm saying?
fossils called triops. Not only did they live with dinosaurs, but they showed up 70
That's what they are? That's kind of dope. Yo, nah, if that shit grow to be one of them, that's fire. And I would definitely throw that in somebody's bathtub. Not even lying. That's fire. Imagine somebody pissing you off and they don't know that shit pet. That shit backup. Then that shit hit man right here. That's fire, yo.
million years before the first dinosaur even existed. They have survived every extinction event in history without changing at all, which means that they have some very special ways of surviving, and one of those ways is to grow as quick as possible. That is, if they can survive for long enough.
We have some bad news. That's Tim. And that's Tam. I don't know why, but for some reason overnight they've just died. Alright guys, I've just got
that's
these two
mad
things
sad.
here.
That's sad as fuck, gang. Rip Timmy, man. Rip little Timmy. That's fucked up. I was rooting for my little man, yo. Like, I was ready for him to grow up and see what he could become. That's messed up.
The water's 21 degrees, that's a bit cold. Now let's do a water test. Well guys, I think that's
You fucking killed it. You killed it. Dog, you killed it. You overdosed it on food, son.
a bit of a problem. I think that's a bit too high for them. So there's a couple things we need to do, and I'm gonna go out and get those things.
I'm sorry because I keep pausing it, but did y'all take note that like that shit was way greener than that shit? Like he eliminated them niggas. Like fuck having them overdose. They're out of here.
And hopefully we can bring back Tim and Tam's siblings.
And after a quick trip to the shops, I got everything we need to bring Tim and Tam back to life. I got this big tub so that our dinosaurs can have more water that doesn't go bad as quick, seeing as I've been told not to change their water before they're big enough for the tank we build them. I also got a heat pad and a thermometer to make sure that they stay warm enough. Now, the crazy thing about triops is that they lay hundreds of tiny eggs in the sand, but not
Yeah, fish lay
all of
fish do lay a lot of eggs, so that's a valid point. I ain't even think about that. So like hopefully little Timmy and Tammy, you know what I'm saying? They set themselves up before they departed. Hopefully. Because I want to see this, man.
them will hatch at the same time. So if we pour their sand back into this tub, we might be able to get Tim and Tam to hatch again, especially since we're giving them new clean water. And as you saw earlier, the water goes brown because of this leaf, which actually releases stuff called tannins, which stops mold and fungus from growing in the water, which I really don't want Tim and Tam to get infected by. Guys, I was not expecting this at all.
I just learned something new. I never knew that shit. That's dope. See how nature just take care of itself? Like that's really dope when you think about it.
But I was just checking up on the water levels and stuff, and we have a baby dinosaur. We are so lucky that this actually is working. It's so small. It's literally next to a grain of sand. Look at that. Guys, we have two. We've got two, guys. I cannot believe this. I was not expecting this at all. We've got two more dinosaurs. Tim and Tam are back. Alright guys, let's do a quick water test and see how it looks. Well, as we can see, everything's looking pretty good for our little guy Tim in there. So I'm not gonna do anything, guys. I'm literally just gonna leave everything as is, and hopefully Tim and maybe Tam, wherever she is,
will become big enough that we can finally start seeing her again. Now, seeing as Tim and Tam are back, it's time to build them an ancient home for when they grow up, because they'll get 100 times bigger in the next 2 weeks. I want their home to be similar to what they had 300 million years ago. And first, we will start with their environment. Now, I have never had a pet that lives in water, so I am worried to put a background inside of their tank. So instead, I printed out a desert. This is very underwhelming. Yep, most triops actually live in water puddles that form in deserts when it rains every few years. And all
I've seen those before. That look like a Kabutops. Pokemon. Yes, I'm saying it. Don't care. That looks like a Pokemon.
those eggs they lay actually need to dry out before they'll hatch. So this is exactly what they are used to seeing. And of course, all deserts have sand, so I rinsed this play sand like 1,000,000 times and then filled up our tank. But as we'll see later, I was given really bad information about this sand. But for now, I want to get that classic sand dune look we see in the desert. So I built up the sand in the corner and made sure to have at least 2 inches of sand at the lowest spot, because our dinosaurs need deep sand to dig and lay eggs. Otherwise, they can get stressed out. And as a final touch, I got this nice piece of wood I want to use in their tank.
That fits perfectly.
Now, seeing as our dinosaur's tank is starting to look like a desert, it's time to add some decorations in to make them feel even more at home. And obviously, we have to start the 3D printed decoration first, because that takes the longest. But while it prints, we can add in these really cool rocks I found.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I obviously had to get these for our dinosaurs. I love all these lines in the stone.
Was that just the store selling rocks? What was that? I'm sorry, but I know I'm not tripping. Where was he just? What is this? That box got labels on it. I'm not tripping. I don't know, son. How much did you buy these rocks for? There's a market for this?
Cool rocks I found.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I obviously had to get these for our dinosaurs. I love all these lines in the stone that reminds me of those cliffs you lucky Americans have in the Grand Canyon. So I tried to show them off as much as possible, but also use the rock to hold back the sand dune to stop it from moving.
Check it out, guys. The 3D printer just finished making this skull. Now, I'm sure one of you guys out there will know what kind of dinosaur this is.
Obviously, this skull is floating, but we'll fix that when I add the water in after we put together this DIY decoration pack I got. I kind of just put the rocks together whichever way looked the best, and then tried to super glue it together with some cotton. But my super glue lost all of its super for some reason.
So I'm thinking something kind of like that, when it's not falling over.
So I put it together in the tank, and hopefully our little dinosaurs won't knock anything over. Now that we have all the decorations in, we can finally add in some water that I got from my dad's fish pond. I'll explain why we need this specific water next, but these last 2 parts of setting up Tim and Tam's home.
This shit almost seems as strenuous as taking care of a kid, man. Like, that's a lot of work. Like, that's crazy. I don't want them no more. You gotta do all this, you can keep them, homie. I'll just react to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that's crazy.
Will be very quick, but are extremely important. Our dinosaurs need some electronics in their tank to keep them healthy, starting with this sponge filter. I actually stole some bacteria from my dad's pond filter too, and put it in this sponge. So we already have millions of good bacteria. This stuff actually eats the poop from our dinosaurs and will also keep their water clean. So by transplanting them here, we instantly have a healthy ecosystem. Then obviously our dinosaurs that come from deserts need warm water. So I got them a heater and a thermometer, and of course a timer to control their light. And with all of that out the way, we can finally bring their tank to life with the last part of this build, adding some plants. Now, these plants are actually very important for our dinosaurs because they absorb all the stuff that our bacteria makes after they eat the dinosaur's poop. You see, our bacteria takes our dinosaur's poop and eventually turns it all into nitrate, the same stuff that is in plant fertilizer. So while too much nitrate is bad for our dinosaurs, the plants absorb it before it becomes too much and uses it to grow bigger. And of course, the plants will also add a little bit of oxygen to the water for our dinosaurs. So I pretty much spammed them all over the place. However, little did I know that these plants would also introduce predators into our ecosystem that could attack our baby dinosaurs before they even get a chance to defend themselves. But before we put Tim and Tam into their new home, I have been keeping a secret from you guys for too long now. There is a carnivorous plant that grows cups full of acid, and I have secretly been growing them for a future video. But as we
What the fuck is that? This man that has got Pokemon. That's Victory Bell. I know Pokemon when I see him, son. This man got an arsenal. It's probably Ash Ketchum brother or some shit. That's crazy.
all know, growing pitcher plants isn't easy, which is why when Spider Farmer wanted to send me their newest products, I actually couldn't say no. I have been looking for a grow tent with a built-in stand and grow lights for literally 6 months now, and finally, Spider Farmer has made it. They have 6 shelves that you can easily adjust to get your plants closer or further away from the grow lights, wheels on the rack so you can easily move your collection wherever you want, and they give you a tray for every single shelf. The tent also has this really cool double-layered door design that lets you switch between see-through and light blocking, but the most impressive part is that you can actually connect it to their GGS AC5 or AC10 smart power strips, so you can automatically control everything, and if you connect to it using their smart app, it makes it even easier. In fact, they actually sent me their GGS.
So this is a thing for people. People actually do this. Just raise Pokemon and shit, and just like it, like this is a real thing. How does one have to go about becoming a Pokemon trainer? Yo, this is fire, yo.
Controller and their 5-liter humidifier to control it with, and I genuinely wish I knew about this sooner. You can control literally everything with this. You see, it connects to this GGS temperature, humidity, and light sensor, so you can control all of those things, and then even carbon dioxide and soil pH and heaps of other stuff. But my favorite has got to be the day and night cycles, and the fact that I can keep the humidifier outside the tent to save space while the controller automatically adjusts how much mist it makes and switches it on and off all automatically is just amazing. So guys, check out what Spider Farmer has by using the links in the description, because honestly, their products make growing plants so much easier than trying to figure it all out yourself. And thank you to Spider Farmer for sponsoring this video. But now, it is time to check up on Tim and Tam. And guys, we have some bad news. Tim is gone, and I don't know why this time. So let's do a quick water test and...
That's crazy. Again, why can't they survive? What is he doing wrong? I don't get it. Like, he did everything that the direction said, so why are they dying?
See if we can figure out what's going on. Looks like ammonia is 0.5, which I guess isn't good, right? Our nitrite and nitrate
Yeah, I would say it's getting a little bit high. I think that's what happened this time. So I think what we've learned, I need to do water changes, even though no one has ever said anything about it.
And just so you know, the rest of this video is an absolute roller coaster. We have to go against everything we have been told about our dinosaurs' water if we want to get Tim.
So pretty much the directions, like he followed all the directions. We watching it here too. And they died twice. So now he has to put his lab coat on and do it himself. This is gonna be a test. This is gonna be good right here.
And Tam back. Using a small container has got to be much better than the big one, because then we can actually see and make sure our baby dinosaurs are healthy. We've also been taught that rainwater is perfect for our dinosaurs, but look at how dirty this is. This has to be a reason why we lost our babies twice now. And even if we use fresh rainwater straight from the sky, it is still dirty. The thing is, people say use tap water, use bottled water, use reverse osmosis water, but these all have one thing in common. They are all very clean types of water, and the cleanest water I can get is water that has been sucked directly out of the air from a dehumidifier. This water is so pure and so clean that you will not find anything in it at all. But think about that. We all need nutrients and minerals to grow, and our baby dinosaurs get all of that directly from their water. So we need to add in some nutrients before they hatch, like a bit of cuttlefish for calcium, the almond leaf I spoke about earlier, and of course, the very last bit of sand we have that the eggs were buried in.
We here with you, dog. Your phone sucks at recording. I suck at recording. Well, I'm new to this. We just having technical issues. But we all a part of the process together.
And after taking a risk with the last few eggs we have, we wait. But we don't have to wait for long. The very next day, we had tons of babies. And of course, the biggest dinosaurs in the pond, Tim and Tam, were back. Look, there's Tim. And there's Tam. And there's all their friends. There's so many of them now. And I did see Tim.
So they didn't want y'all to, like, they wanted y'all to have the dinosaurs, but they ain't want y'all to have the dinosaurs. And like all the directions, all the directions that they gave y'all was wrong. He just proved it. He did everything step by step, and they died twice. And now he did it his own way, and look, there's mad of them in there. That's cool.
Timothy eating one of his brothers, and although that is quite normal and it helps them grow and that's what they do kind of thing, we have to make sure we keep them healthy. So I crushed some cuttlebone, added it to some fresh clean water, and sucked out our dinosaur's poop 1 milliliter at a time, and then added in their fresh water every single day. Damn, look at these guys. Look, there's Tim.
Yo,
And there's Tam. I spent the last 2 weeks cleaning their poop.
that's dope, yo. Dope. This is literally like a Pokemon breeder. This junk's fire.
Feeding them 3 times a day, and even rescuing unborn eggs, just so that Tim wouldn't eat them the moment they hatch. All while watching these guys grow hour after hour. And today is the day we move our dinosaurs into their final home and feed them some of their favorite treats. Now, seeing as I have been using water from the tank we built for their water changes, all we need to do is let them acclimate to the tank's temperature. And a few hours later, we can release our dinosaurs into their new home.
Oh, he's spinning around. What is he doing? 'Cause that's not good.
I'm worried.
Maybe it's just excited.
No, there's no excitement. That's like something he's sick. Oh no. Oh no, that one at the back's doing it. Look, he's like upside down.
can't.
Ain't his hands contaminating that shit though? Like he putting his whole hand in there. That defeat the purpose of doing everything to like I don't I don't know.
Tell me that he's dead. You cannot tell me this.
Seriously?
You cannot tell me this. Why?
Is that Tim?
I think it is. There's gotta be another one in there somewhere. Where are they? This is not what I wanted to happen.
Bro, if you don't wipe your fucking hand off, that shit pissing me off. That's pissing me off. I don't know why. That's kind of making me upset a little bit. He just stuck his whole hand in this tank and ain't clean it, nothing. Just still touching stuff. Nah, that's crazy. I'm happy as shit that they big though. Little Tammy and little Timmy and Tam Tam. You know what I'm saying, I'm happy they grew up. They finally get to see life and all that.
Are they all moving on?
Yeah, Tim's just doing the last. He's like flipping upside down. Oh, that one is as well.
Them shits is actually getting big.
I have always
Yo, nah, what?
wanted to hold a dinosaur, but never like
Yo.
this.
That's fire.
Have always
That's fire, chat. Look at that. How small is, I'm saying? Like, that's fire. I ain't never seen nothing like that. You know, people like me scared to go in the ocean. And I'm scared to get grabbed by an octopus. They got tentacles, fucking beaks and all that. They can grab you, run with you, and beat you up at the same time. I'm good with all that. Like, y'all can have the ocean. I'll go in knee deep water.
wanted to hold a dinosaur, but never like this. Although we have lost him, we still have 9 more dinosaurs to care for, and luckily we managed to rescue Tango, our
That's dope. That's dope. I like seeing stuff like that. Shout out Flytrap again, man. I commend you in your work and all that, and I hope you bring us more content because I like it. I would absolutely watch more of you catching dinosaurs and Pokemon. That's dope. But we out here. Have a good one.